It's hard to think of a better one-car-fits-all solution than Audi's A6 Allroad Quattro. It's presentable in any situation and as at home in the city as it is blasting across continents or slogging its way along dirt tracks. What's more, it'll do all of this in any weather, in total comfort and with some style. That much we already knew about this model. This 4th generation version, though, improves the concept further with sleeker style, extra space, high-tech cleverness and greater efficiency from a mighty range of 6-cylinder engines that now feature the brand's latest mild hybrid technology. It is, in short, a smarter choice for those who need occasional off-road traction and all-weather capability.
The adaptive air suspension system is this A6 Allroad model's signature feature, combining air suspension with controlled damping. It adjusts the ride height depending on the road speed and the mode that you've set in the Audi Drive Select driving mode system. For ordinary tarmac use in auto and comfort modes, this go almost anywhere 4-wheel drive estate will set off at the standard ride height, giving you a ground clearance of 139mm, which is then actively adjusted according to speed. At motorway speeds of above 74 miles an hour, the ride height is lowered by 15mm. For light off-road surfaces in your A6 Allroad Quattro, you have a choice of the Select system's dedicated all-road and off-road modes. Even off-road can cover speeds of up to 49 miles an hour, at which point the body will be set 30mm higher than the normal ride height. But let's say that you then a stretch of quite gnarly off-road track to cover, the kind of thing that would damage a conventional A6 Avant or any similar large executive estate model. For that, you'd activate the adaptive air suspension system's lift setting, which you can implement at speeds of up to 22 miles an hour and which adds another 15mm to the ride height, raising the ground clearance 45mm above the normal position. Hill descent control and tilt angle assist systems are also included and mean that you can get surprisingly far in this car off the beaten track. A display on the centre dash MMI monitor shows the terrain you're covering and the car's current tilt angle in longitudinal and transverse directions, and the car can tow up to 2.5 tons. You're going to want to know about engines. One thing this latest A6 Allroad isn't short of is power, and these days it's delivered with a bit of eco-responsibility thanks to Audi's latest MHEV 48-volt mild hybrid electrified engine technology. Even the entry-level 45 TDI variant fronts up with 231 PS, plus a huge torque figure of 500 Nm from its 3-litre diesel engine. Alternatively, there's an even more powerful 50 TDI version of this power plant with 286 PS and 620 Nm. That's what we've got here. The small percentage of customers who want a petrol-powered engine are catered for in the shape of the 55 TFSI model's 340 PS 3-litre TFSI unit. Now, the two diesels use an 8-speed Tiptronic auto transmission. The petrol power plant has a 7-speed S-tronic dual-clutch auto gearbox. Either way, there's obviously Quattro permanent 4-wheel drive. But these days, you can no longer have it with an optional low-range gearbox, as was possible with early generation A6 Allroad models. Audi has tried to make the 4th generation version of this A6 Allroad model look a little more striking. In profile, you notice the raised ride height and the special body attachments that emphasise this rugged Avant model's extended capabilities. Aluminium look underbody cladding provides additional protection, plus there are wheel arch trims finished in contrasting scandium grey and Allroad specific roof rails to emphasise this car's leisure orientated remit. Inside up front, the cabin is as well appointed as you'd expect from a full executive class model, with leather and Alcantara combination upholstery and impeccable fit and finish. Plus, most buyers will want this Audi virtual cockpit instrument binnacle digital display. Media features are taken care of by the usual black panel MMI twin screen system on the centre stack that now features in all top-line Audis, with a 10.1-inch screen for infotainment functions up top and a smaller 8.6-inch display, mainly for climate features, just below. Thanks to this car's long 2.93 metre wheelbase, the back seat offers reasonable space for 3 adults, but much more comfortable room for 2, and you get a fold-down centre armrest with storage and cup holders. Out back in this estate model, there's a 565 litre boot. The centre part of the 40-20-40 split rear bench can be retracted if you need to push longer items like skis into the passenger compartment without disturbing a couple of rear-seated folk. If you want to push the seat backs down completely, you do it by pulling on these cargo sidewall levers, which reveals a 1,680 litre space. The engine and running gear have benefited from Audi's latest raft of technical and mild hybrid improvements. So, how much of a difference does all this make? Well, Audi claims a WLTP-rated combined economy figure of 37.7 miles to the gallon for both diesel A6 Allroad variants, the entry-level 45 TDI and the top 50 TDI, with WLTP-rated emissions in each case pegged at a respectable best of 195 grams per kilometre of CO2. Even the muscular 55 TFSI petrol model will see a combined WLTP fuel figure of 31.4 miles to the gallon, which, to put it in some sort of perspective, is better than that returned by the original 2.5 litre TDI diesel A6 Allroad. A6 Allroad buyers are apparently the most affluent of any of Audi's customers, so it makes sense perhaps that they're also amongst the cleverest, amongst the few choosing a car with four-wheel drive for what they actually need it to do, rather than buying into vague perceptions of safety and social standing. There are other big-ish plush estates that offer limited off-road ability, of course, but if they lack the clever air suspension that really makes this car work in that respect, these can seem very pretentious and contrived. No, if you want the occasional benefits of better ground clearance and off-road traction without the usual clunky dynamic downsides, if you can do without the image, expense and bulk of a fully fledged SUV, and if, in summary, you want to make a sensible lifestyle statement, then we can't think of a much better way to do it.